Hello everyone, this week's video lesson is on Sort 9, the blue group, and we are going to be focusing on suffixes this week. We have ARY, we have ERY, and we have ORY, and we also have an oddball category down here, which will have a couple of words in it, so keep your eyes open for that. But before we sort, let's go ahead and review the words for the week. Imaginary, bravery, category, stationary, library, machinery, lavatory, stationary, mystery, inventory, military, ordinary, scenery, dormitory, victory, history, necessary, century, delivery, February, directory, secretary, January, grocery, and factory. Okay, so maybe as you were hearing those words, some oddballs stuck out to you, maybe not. Also, we have a couple of proper nouns this week, so pay special attention to when you're writing those that you include capital letters. All right, let's go ahead and sort our ARY words. Let's go ahead and look at ARY words. We have imaginary here, secretary, library, military, ordinary, necessary. Here are two proper nouns, February, January, and stationary. Now, I always like to point out February because it is spelled differently than how we sound it out or how we say it. This sneaky R seems to be in the wrong place. We say it differently than it's spelled. So just make sure that you note that the R comes before the U. All right, let's go ahead and look at words that end in ERY. Our ERY words are bravery, machinery, mystery, scenery, delivery, and grocery. All of these words end in ERY. And I want to draw attention to some of these words actually have base words before the ERY is added on, such as brave. Brave is actually an E drop before the ERY is added. So is machine. Scene is also two. And deliver is a base word. So some of these words are going to look familiar to you just because of the base word. So that will help you with the definition as well. Let's go ahead on to our suffixes ORY. ORY words: category, lavatory, inventory, dormitory, directory, victory, history, factory. Okay, so a couple of these words like victory, history, the OR is not as pronounced, but if you think about the word victorious, so a different suffix at the end, then you will be able to more likely hear that stronger O sound. So that was a good reminder that there is an O in victory. It is in the ORY category. Same thing with history. If you say, or if you remember historian, the O is going to be much more pronounced in historian than history. So just something to keep in mind, so you can remember that these two words are in the OR category. So let's go ahead and look at our two oddballs for the week. We have the word stationary. Now you may be thinking, I thought we already had that word, and we did. We had it in the ARY category. These words are homophones, so they sound the same. Obviously, they're not spelled exactly the same, although they are very close. They do have different meanings. So stationary with an A means standing still in one place, or something stationary doesn't move. Stationary with an E, however, this is something that you use to write on when you send letters. So maybe your stationery is made out of nicer paper and it has your name up at the top of the paper. So how I remember it is stationary with an E means that you can send a letter. So E in letter, E in stationary. So just an easy way to remember that. It's also an oddball because it sounds like stationary with an A, but this is stationary with an E. The second oddball for the week is century. Now this is an oddball because there is a suffix at the end, but it is a URY suffix. And there really are very few words in the English language that end in URY, so it is in the oddball category. If you need to review this lesson, rewind, review it, feel free to do so.